You can run, but you can't hide. Can't hide. You can run, but you can't hide. You can run, but you can't hide. Can't hide. You can run, but you can't hide. You can run, but you can't hide. Can't hide. Can't hide. You can run, but you can't hide. Can't hide. You can run, but you can't hide. You can run, but you can't hide. Can't hide. You can run, but you can't hide. You can run, but you can't hide. Can't hide. You can run, but you can't hide. You can run, but you can't hide.
Oh man, here we go. What up? What up? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Modi J. Now we were supposed to have a Tubi Tuesday, but you know, at this moment, me and Tubi, we got us a little issue, and they emailed me back. They not removing the copyright strike, so I got till March, April, May, June, till like June 20th or something along that nature. So tonight we have a Diddy update, and damn it, Diddy done it because people are flipping on him. He's selling stocks, he's selling shares into his company. His drug mule allegedly then got picked up yesterday. That's why he was wandering around the airport solo dolo. It just, hey, it's bad boy for life, man. When you when you want to live that life, well, we gonna go ahead and look at you live that life. We about to watch I won't even say watch the downfall. We're experiencing the downfall. Now, I know Young Thug is probably like, well, at least they ain't talking about me right now. Damn. It's ugly for the boy, but oh well. What I can say in this situation is better him than me. But we're going to talk about him potentially, well, not potentially. He allegedly sold his shares in Revolt. This executive here, Ethiopia, she done turned on him. She done told the Fed she's gonna work and tell them everything they need to know. This dude Paul over here, he was the guy that had that cocaine. And man, we got a lot of stuff to talk about because each day it gets worse and worse for Diddy. I mean, you know, they say sometimes you dig in your own ditch. Well, he's past digging that. He went ahead and jumped in there. Remember I was telling you guys yesterday about throwing dirt on other people? You got to keep that dirt in your pocket so you can throw it on somebody else. He just pulling the dirt down. He just pulling the dirt down. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Shit, man. This is Diddy's lifestyle. So let me see. Back in February, we're gonna go ahead and just jump straight into this thing today. Back in February, we got Little Rod. Now, Little Rod, he accused Diddy of some foul-ish. What up, JoJo? Producer Little Rod accuses Diddy of sexual assault and harassment. In a 73-page complaint, the music producer accuses Diddy of racketeering activity and says he groped him and forced him to engage in sexual acts. Now, this is in February. It was a 73-page, but they modified it on the 25th, the same day that Diddy's houses got raided. And now it went from a 73-page complaint to a 90, I think 92 or 96-page complaint. And the reason for that is because of the executive Ethiopia. What's her name? Hatemariam. Well, she's cooperating with the feds and told them, I'm going to give up all that information. So we're going to get a little background detail on her. Then we're going to see about how she done flipped on Diddy. And it's just a lot of stuff going on right now. Of course, you know, his son, I think it's Christian. He's implicated. Is it Christian? No, or is it Justin? Whatever one the light skin is, he's implicated in this also. So we'll just go through this real quick, and then we'll start connecting the dots with everything that's going on now. What up, NL? What up, Jacoby? Man, some crazy times. We were supposed to be following that Young Thug Rico case on our Wednesdays, but man, that thing gonna take all year. We ain't even got to the good part. This shit with Diddy, he'll probably be in handcuffs in probably 2 or 3 months. They'll probably press charges, but right now they just collecting all the evidence. So all right, let's go down this, see what they got going on, and we'll start connecting the dots. All right. Sean P. Diddy, Papa Diddy Pump, or whatever you want to call him, Sean Diddy Combs has been hit with another lawsuit. Now, you know, the first lawsuit was with Cassie. She got roughly 50 million, they saying. Now, the thing is, they said that Diddy knew for over a year that she was trying to sue him, but he was playing it cool, trying to be cocky, and then she hit him over the head, and now look at us. Here we are today. JoJo said he should have never paid Cassie first thing first. Nah, he should have left the country. Because I mean, Cassie, if he didn't pay her, then Cassie would have just came out with the information. If he didn't pay her, then it would have went to actual court. Now, the reason he had to pay is because as far as whatever was in the lawsuit, that's as much information we're going to know about. Now, if they would have took that to trial, she would be able to present the evidence. Let's say she had some footage on one of her phones. Let's say she had a tape. So he had to pay her because if this would have went to actual trial, it would have been uglier than what it is. So now it's still, you know what I'm saying, it's still bad for him. His image is tarnished, but the evidence, we never seen any physical evidence. It was just all speculation of what was on the paper. You see what I'm saying? They said it was amicable, but all right. Sean Diddy Combs has been hit with another lawsuit. Producer Little Rod, whose given name is Rodney Jones, is accusing the media mogul of operating a racketeering enterprise, groping him, forcing him to engage in sexual acts with ex-workers, and lacing alcohol for the guests in his home, including girls with less than 18 candles on that cake. Shout out to Tisha Tales. All right. So throughout this time with Mr. Combs, Mr. Jones witnessed, experience, and endured many things that went far beyond his role as a producer on the Love album. Now, the reason we're going to be talking about the album is because Diddy got a deal through Motown. The executive that flipped on him, Ethiopia, she used to be an executive over at Motown. So all of this is going to make sense on why she's implicated in on this lawsuit and why she flipped and is about to tell everything on Diddy so she doesn't go up under. So it's wild. But when we watch these movies and TV shows, because that's primarily what I do on my channel, when we watch this, we're seeing people flipping. This is how quick it is. It went from a house getting raided one day to an executive saying the next day, I'll tell you everything you need to know. All right. Throughout his time with Mr. Combs, Mr. Jones witnessed, experienced, and endured many things that went beyond the role of the Love album. The 73-page complaint says Mr. Combs required Mr. Jones to record him constantly. As a result, Mr. Jones has secured hundreds of hours and footage of audio records of Mr. Combs, his staff, and guests engaging in serious illegal activity. The lawsuit not only names Diddy as a defendant, but also his 30-year-old son, Justin. So it is Justin Dior Combs, his chief of staff, Kristen Corman, Universal Music Group CEO, Sir Lucien Grange, and his former Motown executive, CEO, Ethiopia, Habtemarian. Now, this is the lady that flipped. Motown Records CEO right here. Now, all right, we got this. She's the chief of staff. Now, here goes her documents. This is her flipping, and we're just going to walk this thing on down as we go by. Walk on by. All right. Diddy's chief of staff, Ethiopia, is prepared to testify against the now disgraced hip-hop mogul as Little Rod and Cassie continue to cooperate with the feds. Prior to Ethiopia declaring that she testified against Diddy, she was included in Little Rod's complaint. She has since been removed in exchange for her declaration. Now, she was in the complaint. She went to Little Rod and his lawyer and said, listen, I'll tell you every single detail if you take me out. I don't want to be in the case at all. They said, well, listen, if you can give us every specific detail, we'll go ahead and remove your ass today. Well, they removed her and they drafted up a new complaint. So now, like I said, it went from 73 pages to 96 pages because they had to include her declaration on top of whatever evidence she's about to include. All right, so here we go. Now, shout out to Make It Make Sense. This is on his YouTube. He does a good job too. I just started watching him probably like a month ago. Now, this documentation is T.A. Blackburn Law. This is Tyrone Blackburn, who's representing Little Rod, member of NYDC and New Jersey Bar, federal membership, blah, 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 blah. Via Pacer, Honorable Judge Paul Oakton, Thurgood Marshall, United States Courthouse. Dear Judge, I'm writing to provide your honor with an update regarding above referenced matter on behalf of plaintiff. On March 21st, 2024, plaintiff entered into an agreement with the defendant, Ethiopia. Now, actually, this is what, 4 days prior. 4 days prior to the raid. The raid was on the 25th. On the 21st, she came over there and said, I'll tell you everything. So that means Saturday morning is when this was actually entered into the court. On March 21st, Ethiopia entered an agreement with under this agreement, in exchange for a declaration that will be appended to the forthcoming amended complaint, the plaintiff has agreed to dismiss all claims against Ethiopia with prejudice. Oh yeah, nah, I ain't no attorney. I know a little something, but I ain't no attorney. So here goes the new one: Rodney Jones versus Sean Combs, Justin Dior. Now you see her name was third on here, but there's a declaration over here, meaning I don't have anything to do with this anymore. You want to know about Sean Diddy Combs? I'll let you know. You want to know about Justin? I'll let you know. You want to know about Love Records? I'll let you know. Motown Records? I'll let you know. Universal Music Group? I'll let you know. Combs Global Enterprises? I'll let you know. Jane and John Doe's 1 through 10. That's a lot of Jane and John Doe's. I'll let you know. ABC Corporations 1 through 10, I'll let you know. Ethiopia declares, according to 28 USC 1746, as follows: I have personal knowledge of the facts set forth herein, which are known to me to be true and correct, and if called upon to testify as a witness, I could and would competently testify thereto. She said, listen, bring me the Bible, whatever you need to know. This is literally an on God moment. She said, on God, I tell it like it is. So 3 days prior, 4 days prior to the raid, she said, listen, I don't know what you guys are looking for with me on that complaint, but listen, I ain't got no money like that. But what I can do is if you take my name, draw a line through it, and put me on the other side, and let me choose to be on y'all side, I can give you every single piece of information that you got on Sean Diddy Combs. And let me tell you something. His son Justin, oh yeah, that nigga just as wild, man. They say the apple don't fall too far from the tree. Well, let me tell you about it. Man, Ethiopia went in there. You know, she had on a good suit. She probably came in there with her lawyer. Yeah, I was participating in that. I'm gonna try to find the article because she does admit that she was benefiting from being with Diddy. Now, I don't know as far as to what she was doing. Maybe she was one of the recruiters. Maybe she was one of the people that were bringing in women to make them feel comfortable. Oh yeah, come on over. It's a Diddy party. No, this is not relay snitching. This is straight up. I'm taking the stand and I'm telling exactly what needs to be told. This isn't relay. This is, hey, look, it says this is her statement right here. I have personal knowledge of the facts. It didn't say she had personal knowledge. It says I have personal knowledge of the facts set forth herein, which are known to me to be true and correct. And if called upon to testify as a witness, not them, not we, I Could and would. I could do it, but I would do it. I will go up on that stand and be competent enough to tell you with what is it, the right hand on the Bible, left hand up. Diddy did it. I mean, Sean Combs, Your Honor. No disrespect to the court. So this is there. Now let me see something. So we're gonna follow her timeline real quick. All right, here we go. Variety. So this is 2022. This is just a little step back before she got with Diddy. Miss Ethiopia to step down from Motown Records. We're just gonna call her Miss E, man. Miss E, currently chairwoman of and CEO of Motown Records, will be stepping down from her position in order to pursue new endeavors. She and the company stated in a joint announcement on Tuesday, "It has been the greatest honor to work with some of the most incredible artists, songwriters, and partners in the world," she said in a statement. "I have always had a clear vision for that talent and that I have the privilege to work with, which has led Motown to global success and returned the label to the forefront of the contemporary culture. I would not have been able to make that my vision come true to life without the support of my amazing Motown and my Universal Music Group colleagues around the world. I'm incredibly proud of what I have created during my tenure, and I consider this the perfect finale to my 20 years at Universal Music Group." All right. Now let's see where she went after this. So she worked with quality control. Motown. Yeah, this is really all her history. All we need to know is she worked with Motown. Now we need to see when she got with Diddy. Love Records. Here we go. I can't believe Motown still got this on the. Here we go. Motown still got this up. I don't think someone contact Motown's offices and let them know, hey, someone needs to call Motown. Matter of fact, give me the number. We're gonna call Motown right now. We gotta call Motown and tell them they need to take this down. Where's the contact information? Oh, here we go. Santa Monica. Right here. Give me a second. We're just going to notify Motown and let them know that they still have Love Records and Diddy and Ethiopia. She's telling on Diddy. So, like, we're just going to have to call and see where we can get, y'all. We're just going to have to see where we can get. 310 865 4000. It's bad customer service, Motown. Oh, let me try one more other number. 1310 865 4000. Come on, Motown. Y'all gotta we might have to call Universal Music Group, y'all. Oh, there we go, right there. Wait a minute. All right. So it looks like Motown might be a little busy at the moment. I mean, they do got a lot on their plate. They do got one of their executives. +1 212 841 8000. Maybe Universal's a little bit better. Oh, well, that's probably why.
Thank you for calling the Universal Music Group in New York. If you know your party's 10-digit phone number, you can dial it now. Otherwise, you can spell by name by pressing 1. If you need to speak to a receptionist during business hours, please press 0. To repeat this message. Good afternoon, Universal Music Group. How may I help you?
Yes, my name is Modi J, and I'm just calling to notify you guys that Motown Records still has this article about Diddy up, and I was just letting you guys know that you need to take this down because it's a lot of bad press right now.
I'm not too sure what article you're referring to, but I personally can't do nothing about it. I could try to find you a number that you could make the complaint to, or you could try to report the article online on your own.
Oh, okay, okay, that works. If you could give me a number that I could call, I'd appreciate that. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hello.
I'm currently looking
Oh,
for a number.
sorry, I thought it disconnected. Sorry, I apologize about that. You're very nice. I appreciate this.
Thank you, no problem.
You mind if I ask you your name?
My name is Jade.
Jade? Okay. Nice to meet you, Jade. Now, if you happen to have the CEO's number, Jade, I'll call. I'm gonna try to get you a raise.
No, I don't have. Actually, don't have a number. I don't even know who you would have to contact. You said it's on the Motown website?
Yeah, the MotownRecords.com. I'm just trying to look out for y'all. You know, I don't need you to have that bad press. I don't want them to come to me like, Mo, what Jade talking about? I'm like, man, Jade cool, man. Don't y'all be trying to do that to my girl. Hey, y'all pretty busy up there though? They ain't on y'all ass?
No, we haven't heard nothing about. I haven't. Me personally, I haven't heard nothing about it. I only see what's on the internet.
Oh yeah, because I was on here looking. I was like, damn, they tripping. Y'all need to take that down, man.
I feel like that would honestly be beyond UNG.
Oh, well, I mean, ain't they up under y'all though? Like it's Motown?
Yeah, they are, but it's not much we can do personally.
Damn.
You said Motown.com?
Yeah, MotownRecords.com. Looking at right now. It's talking about culture too. I'm like, come on, this is y'all culture. I'm like, man, I know Jade ain't standing for this. Look, you looking it up now? Look.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if there's like a way to report it on the website. Cause you know how usually you could just report things.
Oh, I wasn't gonna report it now. Now you trying to? I'm just letting you know. I ain't. You know what I mean? I'm just letting you know. I ain't gonna report it. I just like, hey man, y'all probably want to take that down, especially right now.
I mean, I could try to relay a message to somebody and say like, you know, people feeling uncomfortable with these posts being up about him, but
I mean, it's up to you. I mean, you the executive here. I'm just, you know, what I'm saying, I'm just a
I'm
concerned
not an
citizen.
executive. I'm just a receptionist. I don't hold no weight. There's not much I could do on my end.
Yeah, me either. I just looking, I just scrolling through. I was like, man, I might try to get me a record deal. And I seen this. I said, I don't know about that.
Yeah, it's been a lot with that. There's not much I could do. If you're not trying to like report it on your own, then I don't know who you would have to contact to get it.
All right, well, I ain't want to, you know what I'm saying? I ain't about to, you know what I'm saying, run your day up. I was just calling to let you know what you guys had on there, you know. But you have a good day, and I you know what I'm saying, I wish the best for you and good things to come. If I find that CEO's number, I'm gonna let them know about you.
Thank you. You have a good one as well.
All right, now. Oh, well, she was nice. Okay, so Universal show love. Universal show a little bit of love. I was about to ask for her Instagram, but I like, man, I ain't trying to get her on trouble on here, man. All right. Well, we know Universal show a little bit of love. If I ever get bored, I'm gonna call back up there. What's up, Jay? Yeah, this is just your boy. You know what I'm saying? Just seeing what the hell is cracking. Hey, but see what a little phone call can do. All you gotta do, I'm just trying to look out for them. I like Jay. This is bad. Like people calling up here. But yeah, so all right, let's read this article then that Motown has on their website. Oh boy. Jay seemed cool though. Shout out to Jay. Welcome Diddy to Motown. This is some crazy shit to still. This should have, as soon as they did the raiding, they should have got this off the website. But hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Ain't nobody else's channel trying to get this information. I'm trying to get in touch with the CEO. I'm calling to the top. I'm trying to get the big wigs on the phone. Small talk? No. We want the big wigs. We want to know what's going on. Welcome Diddy to Motown. Diddy and Motown partner up. Diddy is back. Pause. But let's be honest. Did he ever leave? Well, they were trying to find him yesterday. Diddy is back, but let's be honest. Did he ever leave? He's worn many hats and bore different names. But the man, born Sean Combs, has been a key fixture in music, business, and culture at large for decades. He's launched successful careers, established landmark brands, and he's even been known to release some music from time to time. That's where Motown comes in. Damn, man. Smiling faces. Sometimes pretend to be your friend. Smiling faces. Show no traces of the evil that lurks within. Y'all see it right here. Shit. You see it right here. See them flipped on Diddy. Smiling faces. Picture here alongside Motown CEO Ethiopia. Diddy will be dropping his latest album on our label later this summer. On top of that, we're helping establish his latest and most exciting venture yet, Love Records. The label, which borrows the name from his most recent moniker, will focus on R&B projects through collaboration with performers, producers, and songwriters. The very first release from Love Records comes from none other than the man himself. Listen to Diddy's Gotta Move On featuring Bryson Tiller. Definitely not about to listen to that. The song is Diddy at his best and represents the latest chapter in both his storied career as well as his own legacy. Listen to what they're saying. It's right here in our face. This song is Diddy at his best and represents the latest chapter in both his storied career as well as our own legacy and the preeminent source of Black culture. Stay tuned for more music, more updates, and more milestones. Well, okay. We know here, Love Records and Motown, his story career as well as our own legacy. So here we got his career, Sean Combs, Love Records, Combs Global Enterprises, and then we got Motown's legacy and Universal Music Group's legacy. That's why they're implicated in this, because Ethiopia, she was the CEO. All right. Here we go. All right, let's see what Ethiopia had to say about him. This is a major movement. No, this is a major moment for Motown. Why would they write this in all caps? This is terrible. This is a major moment for Motown, as Diddy is one of this century's most important voices in music and culture. To be a part of his next evolution and album is nothing short of monumental. This is Miss Ethiopia. Now let's see what Diddy says. Music has always been my first love. Love Records is the next chapter about getting back to the love and making the best music of my life for the label. I'm focused on creating timeless R&B music with the next generation of artists and producers. Motown is the perfect partner for my album, and I'm excited to add it to its legacy. Why is this still on y'all page, man? We need to get in touch with Motown. Motown ain't answered them. All right. Well, that's Ethiopia there. We know that she's switching up. So she's out of the game. She's out of the game. She's telling everything. Now let's see what Little Rod had to say about her. Does she have any more in here? Here we go. Well, this is on Sandra Rose. Let's see if they got any more on her information here. And then we got Paul next. We'll talk about Paul and then we'll talk about Revolt. Also, they got Sean Combs is harassing that man Little Rod's kids. Wait, where's it at though? Come on, Sandra Rose. I thought you had the information for us. (2011) Well, I guess she ain't got it. Well, that wasn't okay. Agrees to. So they ain't got no recent articles. So I guess we'll go to Paul next. Yeah, that's pretty much it with her. I'm not seeing anything. Hold on. Give me 1 second. You know, we can look her up on Twitter. You know, Twitter always gives you the most up-to-date, inaccurate information. Six hours ago. Damn, they give her address and everything. So this is in the original complaint here. Former CEO defended of Motown Records, the parent company of Defended Love Records. 13701 Riverside Drive, apartment 8. Christina Corman. Oh, you know this lady down here is about to tell too. This one. This lady, Christina, chief of staff to Diddy. You know she's about to tell everything also. She's the chief of staff to Sean Diddy Combs Global Enterprises. She resides in Los Angeles. Oh yeah. If you look at come on guys, y'all know I'm gonna have the information. You know I got the detail. You see Revolt back there. We gonna talk about it. Come on, y'all. I ain't prepared all the time, but I'm prepared every now and then. Come on, y'all. You gotta give me some credit. When it goes to doing some research, I'll do some, you know what I'm saying? I'll do some digging. Who do you think is going to have the most information? Ethiopia, or Christina? Christina hasn't said anything yet. Who y'all think is going to give up the most information? I think Ethiopia. She going to have a lot of information. She look like, matter of fact, birthday party. Let me see something. Oh, this is an old party. She has been in the game for 20 years. The Chameleonaire is here. Shout out to King Cooper. Yeah, so she's been around the industry for a while. University. All right, they ain't got too many photos together. Oh, here we go, right here. Oh, no, that's his daughter. All right. That's pretty much all for her. We just know that she done flipped sides now. She went from a defendant to a witness. Ain't that something? Agrees to testify. I'm trying to see if there's an actual article that talks about. Well, all right, here goes the document detailing the allegations against the defendants, including Ethiopia. All right, let me see something. Oh, yeah, this is gonna be terrible. Okay, here we go. It says underage G's to sign NDAs prior to entering his parties and prior to being over the counter up and X trafficked at these parties. Defendants, including everybody we read on the thing. Virtue. Mr. Combs that put in a notice a particular of ongoing X trafficking venture. Among these specific acts were Combs used vast sums of cash, drugs, and fake promises of career opportunities to access them. That should have prompted defendants Lucian Charles, Ethiopia, Motown Love Records, Universal Music Group employees to specifically raise questions about what Combs was doing. All right. Oh, here we go. Here's where it's listed. All right. Also among the specific acts giving rise to constructive knowledge were the facts that associates of Mr. Combs made numerous cash withdrawals from defendants Lucian Charles, Ethiopia, Motown Records, Love Records, and Universal Music Group accounts through Mr. Combs' accountant, Robin Greenhill. So it's saying in this case that Little Rob is alleging that Ethiopia was getting money from Diddy via the accountant. So she was reaping the benefits. Now it's making sense why she told, but like, nah, I'll give you all the information because her ass was an enabler. Her ass was in these parties. Among the financial benefits that the defendants, Lucian Charles, Ethiopia, Motown Love, blah, 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 received for participating in and facilitating Combs' X trafficking venture were the affiliation and access to Mr. Combs' popularity. Mr. Combs was known for throwing the best parties. Affiliation with and or sponsorship of Mr. Combs' X parties garnered legitimacy and access to celebrities such as famous athletes, political figures, artists, musicians, and international dignitaries like British Royal Prince Harry. Now, if you didn't hear, Prince Harry was listed in here in this 30 million. Now, his name wasn't listed and doing anything, but his name was put into the complaint. Now, that just came out this week also. So she was getting money. Even if they snitch, if they were accepting money for something like this, hey, nice, we'll take that. But you're still gonna have to do some kind of jail time. We're gonna throw the book at Diddy. Diddy ain't never gonna get out. They're gonna Bill Cosby. Well, now they're gonna do worse than Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby at least got out. Diddy ain't gonna get out, but she got to do like 5 years. Come on now. I ain't wanting to put nobody in jail, but she was participating in this underage stuff. And we know that she was. That's why she went in there and said, listen, I'll tell you everything you need to know. Just take me off that complaint because she ain't trying to be sued. Remember, that's a civil case. That's not a criminal case that he's filing. So he's just trying to get money. She like, nah, fuck all that. All the money that I took, I want to keep my money, but I'll tell you everything against Diddy. So when these charges come down, they need it. The feds will probably pick her up too. Like, she's only getting off of the criminal, the civil case from what I know right now. So she was like, shit, how much money y'all think she made? All right. Mr. Combs controlled entities made to defendants, blah, blah, blah. Everyone we listed earlier. Uh, all of them profited from their affiliation with Mr. Combs and their sponsorship of his parties. So it's claiming that they sponsored the parties for Diddy. Mr. Combs and Combs controlled entities used the sponsorship funds in exchange for all the listed above facilitation and participation in the X-trafficking venture, including its willingness to provide large amounts of cash in suspicious circumstances and to allow their failure to report these sponsorships on their taxes to U.S. federal government to avoid triggering suspicions of the federal government. So she was taking money. We just talking about her right now. Everybody else is lumped in here, but she just switched sides. She was the first person we know that said, nigga, I wasn't paying taxes. I was getting money. I didn't care that there was underage in there. I was doing whatever the fuck I had to do to survive. Now, I'm not saying what I did was all right, but this motherfucker wasn't paying taxes or nothing. She got to go to. So, come on, man. This is some wild shit here. All right, let's see. Among the financial benefits, the defendants, everyone listed above, they received for participating in Combs' ventures was referral of business opportunities from Mr. Combs and his co-conspirators, access to up-and-coming artists, producers, songwriters, and creatives. Defendants, all the listed above, profited from these referred business opportunities. Mr. Combs referred business entities and business opportunities in exchange for his facilitation and participation. All right, these referrals were quid pro quo for all of the listed above. Oh yeah, Yolanda, I know. Yolanda, my bad. Yeah, I know about Tisha Tales. Tish, I be listening to her at work sometimes. Sometimes Tish though, she be going in. I be like, damn, I gotta get back to work. I had to get back to work. But yeah, they be getting like that's not primarily what my channel is. So I'm not about to download the set. Personally, I don't care about having those 73 pages. Like, I'm not about to read all those pages. I just need the hot topics. You know, when you go in there, you take a quick hot bath, get to the bird bath, hit the hot spots and keep it moving. All right, so that's pretty much it for Ethiopia. We know that she's been taking money, she's been facilitating, participating. This isn't speculation. We've seen it here. And once you said that you'll testify and you don't want to be in it no more, we know all the information you gave up. Now, shout out to Universal. At least they answered the phone. Motown didn't answer. We might give Motown one more call. Should we give Motown one more call and just to make sure that they understand what they got on their page? Should we give Motown one more try? Universal answered. We see if Motown, hopefully they is as respectful as Universal was. Universal talked to us with open arms. We were concerned citizens. What up, RC? Hey, you right, Erica. I'm not reading all that 73 pages. All right, let's see if Motown will answer. Universal did. Let's see if Motown will. We're trying to get to the CEO. That's what we're trying to get to. Okay, keypad. What was that? 1-310-865-4000. They ain't got no directory or nothing.
Captain Records.
Hello.
Hello, Captain Records.
Oh yes. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I was just calling to give you guys a heads up. I was on your website and you guys still have a whole like segment, like a rollout for the Motown Records culture. It's motownrecords.com/culture/Diddy and Motown partner up. I was just wondering, are you guys you informed that you still have this up on the website?
That I'm not sure. Hold on one moment.
Okay. I got to take the mic away because I don't know if this is gonna get me hit. You know what I mean? You ain't trying to get no copyright, trying to help them out. Oh man. We got P. Diddy in the chat talking about, do you still like my music? Yeah. What's the song that Bad Boy did? Damn, what is the song that Bad Boy had? That Diddy had? I don't wanna know if you're playing me. Keep it on the low.
Thanks for holding. So with that, I'm not sure of, because if that's under Motown, this is Geffen. The only info I have here is for publicity. If it's something that you wanted to submit to them or, inform them about, I could give you that email. I don't know who the point of contact is for, for Motown or whatever, but I can give you the publicity for the publicist if you wanted to submit any information. If you wanted to contact them, I could give you that email address.
Oh, okay. That'll work because I was on the Motown Records website and at the bottom I seen the number, so I was like,
I think what happens is because we get a few calls. I'm not sure if the number is by default, because we've gotten a few calls for different labels, and that so it may just be something that may not be updated yet. But let me give you that email. So that's going to be communications, and it's plural. There's an S at the end.
Oh, communications
at U, which is the letter U, and the word music.com. So it should read communications at umusic.com.
At umusic.com. Okay. What was your name again?
My name is Jake.
Jake, nice to meet you, Jake. My name is Mo. I was just looking at the website and I was calling. Hey, Jake, let me ask you a quick question. Maybe you can help me or you can't. Hey, are you giving out record deals? I'm no, I'm just joking with you. Unless you can get me one.
Hey, those are the calls that we get. Which are literally the calls that we get. But usually just, as in which you probably already know. So they primarily, with artists in terms of reviewing new acts, artists, music, things of that nature, it's primarily set up it's usually just representation. So as long as it's a licensed talent agency or talent management company, entertainment attorney, musicians union, they can contact the label on behalf of an artist. And from that point, they can pitch them, send a demo, so that meeting and appointments. The easiest thing for most artists to find is an agent or a talent agency or talent management company, because it doesn't cost money to have one. Once you have that, you guys would have the game plan, but then they're able to contact the label on behalf of the artist, and they can pitch and set something up from that.
Oh yeah, I was just joking around about the music. I do a little vlogging and stuff on the internet. I'm real big with research. I mean, unless you guys are looking for YouTube talent, I was just joking around about the music.
Right, but the thing is like again, if it's even with influencers and YouTube, like as you probably know doing research, there's a lot of people that's how they legitimately they just do stuff, and then like they'll people find representation, and from that point you never know. So that's just something that to keep in mind. It doesn't cost anything to have representation. So if you do something like that, just reach out to most agencies and management companies have submission policies. So you could always send your stuff to to an agency, and then who knows if someone's just like, oh, this is really good, we'll represent you, then they can pitch you to that's how they basically then submit the artists to multiple labels, and it just kind of goes from there.
All right. Hey, very, very informative. Thank you, Jake. I appreciate that. I got the email, and I'll definitely reach out to them.
All right. Sounds good.
Right. Have you a good day.
All right. You too. Bye-bye.
Ain't nobody working harder than me, man. Ain't nobody working harder than me, man. We got the communications email. Yeah, we got a connection over at Geffen. We got Jake at Geffen. We got Jade at Universal Music Group. We got the communications email. We got to get us a talent agent now. We went from finding out on getting Diddy off of the website to us potentially becoming an influencer for one of these music groups. Jeez Louise. Never be afraid to reach out. Reach out and touch somebody's hand. Make this world a better place if you can. All right, come on, here we go. Hey, Diddy, if you want to call, holla at your boy. The line is open. It is 25 cents a minute, though. It is 25 cents a minute. So I did just, let me see. The first phone call was what? $1. That second phone call, 6 minutes, $1.50. $2.50 today. But we made some relations, you know what I'm saying, that you know what I'm saying, these bonds that we didn't build right now. All right. So that's enough with her. We didn't really get anything else after that. Now, if Diddy called, we're going to get some information. Diddy, where were you at? Diddy, how were them parties going? Diddy, how many people did you drug? We're going to get the answers out. I'm going to ask all the right questions if Diddy happens to call. Diddy, the number is out there. Universal has it. Geffen Records has it. And I'm about to send an email to communications@umusic.com. We're going to see what they got to do. All right. All right, so that's her. We got her taken care of. Next up, before we get to Revolt, we have Paul Brendan. Paul Brendan. Ad blocker. All right. Now, let's see if they got Paul's name listed over here. Oh, Paul's name ain't in here. Oh, where we at? All right. Get this out of here. Did they release Diddy's kids? Hey, man. I have no idea, but them ain't kids. Them niggas like 30 years old. They're like 30 years old. Them ain't no kids. All right. So next up, we have the drug mule, allegedly. Now, this guy, Little Ride, said that Lil Ride drugs in pouch. It's the Daily Mail. So we'll go to TMZ first. All right. Diddy's alleged mule arrested on drug charges doing run-in with feds. Exclusive details, allegedly. Brendan Paul. So we're going to figure out what the hell actually happened. Diddy's alleged mule, as described in a recent lawsuit, was arrested Monday while Diddy and his crew were stopped by federal law enforcement agents. Now, when everybody was wondering where Diddy was yesterday, they said his plane was in the Caribbean, but we found out that it was Young Miami's friends that had that down there. So Diddy, from his flight, went from LA to Florida, and then from there they were supposed to go to the Caribbean. Now, when they showed the picture of Diddy walking around yesterday outside the airport, it's because everyone got detained, and this is when this guy got arrested. So, according to the affidavit obtained by TMZ, 25-year-old Brendan Paul was booked on 2 separate drug charges after the feds intercepted Diddy's plane at the Opa-locka Airport in Miami. Namely, 1 count of possession of suspected cocaine and another of possession of suspected marijuana candy, both of which are felonies in Florida. So even though you have a private jet, this ain't the 70s. You have to, the FAA needs to know exactly where you're going. It's not like you can just hop in the plane and then you start flying, because when they see you on the radar, they're going to say, who are you? And they might try to shoot that thing down. But so they stopped in Florida. Now, I don't know what they stopped in Florida for, but once they stopped in Florida, they were like, hey, off the jet. It's over with. In the paperwork, officers claim that while they were working in conjunction with Homeland Security and Customs and Border Protection personnel, they came across what they describe as suspected drugs in Paul's travel bags, which they say he claimed. So he claimed it. I would have said, hell no, that shit Diddy's. The cops go on to say that the suspected narcotics were tested and found to be legit, leading to Paul's arrest. He was booked into jail, but has since been bailed out. Now, I think they said it was $2,500 or $25,000 on each charge, something of that nature. I'm saying they can put that ish in the walls of the plane. Man, them pilots ain't about to let them do that. I mean, think about it. Like, look how Diddy's dressed. You think Diddy's really about to get in there? Diddy probably couldn't even order, like, after this happened, I'm not waiting around to see who got, man, Diddy probably don't even know how to order a Uber or anything. But at this point, think about it. Where you gonna go? Right now, Diddy is national news. It's not like he can just hop in the Uber and go somewhere. Where's he gonna go? He's in Florida, but his house is getting ready. It's not like he can just go home and chill. They there. He gonna try to pull up to a hotel or something. Paparazzi gonna be there as soon as, you already know, as soon as a nigga see Diddy hopping in the Uber driver texting somebody, hey, I got Diddy in the car. You get to the hotel, it's gonna be niggas. Wait, that Diddy ain't, wait, Diddy on the news. Turn that up. Wait, Diddy right here. So it's really nothing you can do with this. Diddy's not a regular person like you and I. You know what I mean? I mean, this is just me thinking. But yeah, when Cassie was talking about filing that lawsuit, I'm gonna be honest with you. Now, I'm not into none of that Diddy shit, but as soon as I would have, they said Diddy knew over a year that she was asking for money from the dude. And then she eventually did the lawsuit. Man, when she first asked me for that money, I would have been liquidating and I would have already been gone. I wasn't even sitting around to wait for that nonsense. But anyway, let's continue on with Paul, and then we'll talk about Diddy, because he's selling Revolt because he needs some money, because he ain't liquid right now. Most billionaires ain't liquid. It's usually tied up in assets, property, stuff of that nature. Oh, we got 120 people in here on some Diddy shit. Okay. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We will be doing more articles. We're probably going to keep up to date with this case here in particular, because I mean, shit. It's breaking news. Every single day is something. The raid yesterday, drugs today, chief of staff turning on them. It's just nonstop. All right. So he was booked into jail, but has since bailed out. Paul was named in Rodney Jones' explosive complaint against Diddy. See if they got any of the complaint stuff there, which identified him as a close confidant of Diddy's, and more importantly, as someone who allegedly handles Diddy's drugs/guns. There are photos of Paul with Diddy, including in Rodney's lawsuit. Come on, Diddy. This is who you had bringing in the come on, Diddy. And you just taking pictures with this dude. He got, come on, man. It's not like he just walking around with marijuana. Hey, man, somebody get this dude Diddy. I didn't know this was all in the complaint. So Little Rod, why Diddy, they said he recorded hours. So he's in there just recording. And Diddy must have forgot when he wasn't paying him that this nigga got 100 hours worth of shit. Like, hey, pose for a picture. Diddy over there talking about. Brendan Paul don't do no music. All this nigga got is drugs and guns on him. He in there like this. Why is Brendan in the studio? What is Brandon doing? Then he walking around with a cup of tea for Diddy? Get this. This nigga Diddy is a dummy, bro. This got to be one of the dumbest rich niggas I know. Well, I don't know this nigga, so don't be like Moses. I don't know the nigga like that. I don't know the nigga at all, but all right. There's no evidence thus far that the drugs allegedly found on Paul were in any way connected to Diddy. Diddy had previously denied all of Rodney's claims. We reached out to Diddy's camp. So far, no word back. Okay, well, here we go right here. So Paul Brandon. Let's see what this Paul Brandon guy, because this is February. Stevie J said the allegations were false. We don't care, but oh yeah, Cuba Gooden Jr. We're gonna bring him up too, because man, he's in here wilding out. Little Rod, Paul, said that Cuba was messing with him too. Look at this nigga Diddy, bro. All right, here we go. Oh well, we said we're gonna look up Paul. All right, Times Now News. All right, let's see who this Brandon Paul guy is. Who is Brendan Paul, Diddy's drug mule, arrested at Miami airport after raids? Brendan Paul, who is suspected to have been a drug mule for Diddy, was apprehended at Miami Opelika shortly after Homeland Security carried out the raids. Blah, blah, blah. Paul was arrested, charged with possession of marijuana. However, it's currently uncertain if Paul's arrest is directly linked to the broader investigation of Diddy. Brendan Paul, who's suspected of being a drug mule for Diddy, was apprehended. We know that. Paul was arrested, charged, blah, blah, blah. All right, here we go. Here we go. Brendan Paul is a resident of Cagrin Falls, Ohio. Chagrin. I can't even pronounce that. Chagrin Falls. There we go. Chagrin Falls, Ohio. Okay, let's find what school he went to. Oh, I can't highlight nothing on here. Chagrin Falls, Ohio. Map. Now, how the hell Chagrin? I like Chagrin. Chagrin Falls. So this is where he's from. What the hell is next? What is in? Oh, so it's outside of Akron. So he must have grew up with LeBron. So they only have one high school. Oh, he used to play basketball. Wait, he went to Syracuse? Uh-oh. 6'2". Is this him? Hold on. Downloads. Damn, that's our boy right there. So he went to Syracuse. Oh man, you done threw your life away fucking around with Diddy. Damn, you done threw your life away fucking around with Diddy, man. You could have been. Well, you wouldn't have been going to the NBA. We're gonna look up your stats in a minute, though. All right. Reports indicate that law enforcement officers collaborating with Homeland Security, Customs Border found what appeared to be narcotics in Paul's travel bag. Subsequent testing confirmed that the substances are drugs, leading to Paul's arrest on 2 separate drug charges. One count is suspected cocaine, and the other is marijuana candy in possession. Paul was mentioned in Rodney Jones' lawsuit against Diddy filed in February. In the lawsuit, Jones accused the music mogul of assault during their collaboration on 22 album that flopped. According to Jones, Paul served as Diddy's confidant and often carried a firearm, while also being involved in the acquisition and distribution of G's and D's, Paul's on D's, for Diddy. Jones further alleged that Paul handled negotiations with ex-workers' fees while working with Diddy. So, what? So this guy was the guy? Do you mean this was the guy right here? This was the man? This was the man that was doing all the work for what? This is the biggest dope dealer that Diddy could find? 6'2", 175 pounds. This guy right here was security. This nigga had the guns, the drugs, and was negotiating. Oh, man, what kind of operation was Diddy running? I mean, what? Oh, man, this nigga deserved to be in jail. Man, look at this nigga's collar, man. This shit's all hanging off the side. You can see the nigga side of his shoulder. Oh, Diddy. This is your guy? He probably got opioids. He probably got everything. Jones further alleged that Paul handled negotiation for ex-workers' fees while working for Diddy. Paul's arrest took place shortly after Homeland Security conducted raids at Diddy's residence earlier today, at our local enforcement rep. Homeland Security further. Man, 6'2", 170 pounds. Man, I'll slap this nigga Brandon. Brandon Paul. Yeah, Brandon Paul had mob ties, all right. Tie his shoes, that's it. So he played for Syracuse. Now we got to look up at his stats. Here we go. 19 to 20. 3 points. This is who Diddy hired. He had 3 points against Pittsburgh. He had 2 minutes against North Carolina. He made 1 field goal. Oh, he made a 3-pointer. His season high is a 1 field goal against Pittsburgh. He had 2 field goal attempts against Pittsburgh that game, and he finished 50%. 3 points made. So he shot 2 3-pointers in this game against Pittsburgh, made 1 of them, got 1 rebound, and only played 2 minutes. Get this sorry piece of shit out the game, coach. Brandon Paul was trash. This nigga played 2 minutes. Season high, 2 minutes. All right. Brandon, get in there. Timeout, Brandon, get out of there. Get out of there, Brandon. Man, this nigga Diddy got the sorriest motherfucker in NCAA history. Give me Skip Bayless over Brandon Paul. This is who Diddy had getting drugs. This is who Diddy had toting guns. Get this nigga Diddy out of here, man. This nigga deserved to be in jail. The sorriest nigga on the team. 1 minute, 2 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute. This nigga played 9 minutes in a season with 20% from this is the sorriest piece of shit Diddy didn't hire. This nigga was 1 for 5 in 9 minutes in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games. This nigga played 1.10 seconds every fucking game. What they say, we done with the 90s? No, we done with the 2020s. They trash. We done with the 2020s. Man, this is who Diddy hired. This nigga right here. Yeah, he had other talents. He was riding the bench when niggas got their knee fucked up. I tore my ACL. Brandon had the drugs. That's the only talent this nigga got. He a better shooter than he was on the court. A nigga 1 for 5 on the court. He was so bad, they said, nigga, you get 9 minutes for the season. You know when you put kids in the little league athletics and they talking about each kid gets 10 minutes a game? Man, they told this nigga, you get 1 minute a game. Shut up and be happy. Now let's go ahead and do some digging. What was Brandon Paul doing in Syracuse? This nigga was selling drugs? Oh, man, this nigga is trash. I could average more points than this. Let's see what his career was. Ain't even got career stats. Oh, here we go. Brandon Paul, in 2018, 2019, he played 9 games. How you play more games than less minutes? Get the motherfucker out of here. This nigga played 9 games in 2018, 2019, 8 minutes and didn't score. But in 2020, this nigga played 7 games for 9 minutes and scored 1 time. Get this. Hey, Diddy. This is the sorriest nigga I've ever seen in college. Why? Yeah, let's go see if he got some damn stats. Man, this nigga trash, man. I don't even want to waste my damn internet on this motherfucker. Why ain't nobody reporting this? Here we go, Brandon Paul, Fairmont State University Athletics. Is this him? Oh, here we go. Here we go. We locking down now. Wait, they got him at 6'4" on here. Fairmont was lying, wasn't they? Fairmont. Oh, this is his senior year. Oh, freshman, sophomore year, he went to Syracuse. He was so fucking trash. They said, get your sorry ass out of here and go to Fairmount. 2 years, 16 minutes, 3 points. Nigga was big trash. They sent his ass to Fairmont State. Let's go ahead and follow his whole life history now. I want somebody else to report this. Paul played 2 seasons at Division I Syracuse University before transferring to Fairmont State in the summer of 2020 after he played 7 minutes and had 3 points. Appeared in 17 games for the Orange over the past 2 seasons, scored 3 points and pulled down 1 rebound against, that's this nigga's highlights. Scored 3 points and pulled down 1 rebound against Pittsburgh. I'm sorry, Brandon, but your life, it just went down the wrong path and now we got to clown you. Paul also saw action in 4 exhibition games during a international tour to Italy while playing for Syracuse. Yeah, how many points that nigga get? Prior to walking on at Syracuse, so he did walk on. Paul helped lead Brewster Academy to 26-7 record in the National Prep School Championship in appearance. Oh, so he won a championship. Wait, so could he hoop? Maybe he just wasn't good on the college level. He was teammates with Buddy Boehm. Don't know. Prior to his 1 season at Brewster, Paul was a standout guard and 3-point shooter at Hawken High School in Ohio. During his career, he was named team MVP following his junior and senior year seasons. It set a single season school record for 3-point field goals with 70 in 2016. So he was a sniper in high school, but in college, he kind of missed. So he decided to take his shooting to a different level, and he hooked up with Diddy. Allegedly. He also matched that total in 2017. So back-to-back 73-pointers in a season. During his time at Hawken, Paul led the Hawks to a pair of Valley Conference championships, 16-17. During his senior season, Paul averaged 14 points per game and earned honorable mention All-State honors. So in high school, he was balling. But let's not get carried away, though. Let's not get carried away. Let's not get carried away. He went to a prep school. Yeah, that's Division II, but he went to a prep school in high school, so he was probably playing. We got to do this. Sports division. What are they, like a fucking 1A, 2A? I mean, he went to a preparatory school, so it wasn't like they was actually. Oh, they got a lot of black people that go to their school. Where did he go wrong? Where did Brendan Paul go wrong? How did he end up with Diddy? What? How the hell? That's what we need to find out. How did this nigga link up with Diddy? He was hooping in high school. Let's see what he averaged here. So 7 points. Oh, he had 24 minutes. That was his highs. Why do they do season highs? Okay, here we go. 8 minutes, 5 for 13. He ain't starting nothing. 9 for 28. God damn, Brendan. All right, let's find out how Brendan hooked up with Diddy. Brendan Paul Diddy connection. Brendan Paul. How? You said he got an intern. That's it? He got an intern at Bad Boy? I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to find that connection. I'm trying to see if there's any. It's Miami Earl, Obalaka. Syracuse player Diddy's mule. Yeah, I'm not. Well, wait. Man, we ain't trying to subscribe, man. We just trying to figure out how did these two meet each other. Like, so he went to Syracuse and then what up, Princess Reality? We're trying to figure out this Brendan Paul guy. I mean, there's a lot of reports going out now that he played for Syracuse, but all of these are like recent articles. We actually went back and found out what high school he went to, and I'm not seeing any. If anybody can find me like a link or something, well, let me see if there's anything like TikTok videos. Nah, I ain't seeing nothing, but we'll keep that in our back pocket. And then, well, I mean, that's the mule there. So, ain't that something? This dude went to Syracuse. He was a high school all-star, and then he ended up with Diddy. Now he's arrested. Brendan Paul's parents, Ohio. All right, we ain't seeing nothing. All right, so that's pretty much it there. He got arrested. See if there's any new information. Nah, ain't nothing new popped up, so we good. All right, so we good with that. Next, we got Diddy selling Revolt, and then that's pretty much it for what we got. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Danny. His family probably had to have some money. Before we go any further. I mean, the median income up there where he's from is 52,000. So his family probably had a little bit of money. So he was 25. Kate is his middle name. Damn. They done got our boy. All right. So that's the end of that. We got Diddy selling his shares. Damn, that's crazy, man. We didn't track his whole life down. We'll keep that up. Diddy. Sun Jargon would go to Complex, TMZ. This Complex. We'll start with TMZ. All right. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We had like 130 people. All right. It's a little unscripted night. We trying to figure out what the hell is happening to Diddy. I'm Mode IJ. The fall off is real, and we're just going down the rabbit trail. Anywhere it takes us, Anywhere it takes us. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We're on the road to 50,000 subscribers. Let's go. All right, Diddy. They got any videos of it though? Anybody talking about? That's Storm Monroe, Jordan Tower Films, USA Today. Oh, that was back in November. All right, here we go. Over on TMZ, Diddy lets go of Revolt TV, still black owned mystery buyer. Now, if you remember a while back, 50 Cent actually wanted, and I always bring up my dog 50 because that's my dog. You know what I mean? I used to listen to his music all the time. 50 Cent back in November offered to buy Revolt because he knew it was going to be on the fire sales. The same thing that's going on with like Trump and his assets trying to get rid of everything. So 50 Cent was trolling, but I'm pretty sure he was serious. I don't know if it's Braden or Brendan. I just know the nigga is a shooter. Diddy lets go of Revolt TV, still black owned, mystery buyer. Well, we know for sure it ain't me. Diddy's no longer associated with Revolt TV in any form or fashion. The company started in 2013 because it's now completely under new ownership, TMZ has learned. Sources familiar with the deal tell us Diddy recently sold off all of his shares to an interested buyer for an undisclosed sum, but we're told the company remains black owned, upholding its original connection and dedication to furthering the culture. Now, could this be 50 Cent behind the scene that did it and was like, hey, I ain't gonna talk about it. Let's just make sure that this deal go through. And if Diddy tries to fuck something up, then 50 will call him out. But hopefully it is 50. That'll be good for 50. Like we said, it's unclear what exactly Revolt went for when it was all said and done, but we're told that the new boss wishes to remain anonymous for the time being. With that said, our sources say that they share a deep passion of black culture, and they plan to publicly make a formal introduction in the coming weeks. As you know, Diddy has been inactive with the network since stepping down as chairman last November. And his last order of business was being notified of the sale, which we're told just went through this week. We're told it was an amicable deal and everyone's happy. So he knew that it was going down. I want to know when he knew about the raid. Now, if you guys pay close attention, it's rumored that Kim Kardashian unfollowed Diddy on Sunday, the day before the raid happened. And they're saying Kris Jenner may have been the one to give her a heads up, like, hey, it's about to go down. Per our sources, Revolt CEO, Mr. Samuels, and Chief Brand Officer, Mr. Graham, will remain in their current positions, pause, and assist the owner while the ink dries on the contract. Another thing, we're told there will be no major changes to staffing or production of Revolt for TV employees. Our sources say that over time, the new owner will implement their vision, but that for the time being, things will most likely remain the same as a transition occurs. The one thing everyone's wondering is this news in any way connected to what's been going on with Diddy personally? On its face, the two things appear to be unrelated. As we're told, this has been getting hammered out well before Diddy's properties were raided Monday. Despite all that, the new deal for Revolt and some new leadership is coming. All right. Now, the only thing I'm seeing with this Revolt deal was I'm thinking if we just remove the raid is just speeding the whole process up. I'm thinking he was probably about to pay Little Rob out. I'm thinking he was selling all this to either pay Little Rob out or he was trying to get all his ducks in a row so he can get the hell about the country. It was either one or the other. But I don't think he was about to pay this time. I think he was trying to get his money to get the hell about the country. I mean, because they did stop his ass down in Florida. Now, I don't know, like, I know we typically talk TV shows and stuff here, and you always hear me joking around. Hey, we're on the run. Someone's chasing us. We don't have time to go to the house and pick out clothes. We don't have time to get like all the photo album. When you gotta go, you gotta go. Whatever Diddy had planned or whatever they were trying to do, the drugs that Brendan got arrested with. Hey, we just get new drugs when we get to where we got to go. It shouldn't have been no LA to Miami to try to go to the Caribbean. Hell no, we're gonna go from LA down to like Costa Rica. Or matter of fact, we're gonna go from LA to Venezuela. That's where we're gonna go, to Venezuela, because they ain't gonna come and get you in Venezuela. Diddy was trying to leave the country, but I don't like. You didn't need drugs with you. Like, hey, this is one time you're just gonna have to go with that itch. You're just gonna have to get on there, no freak off, get on the plane and get to where the hell you gotta get. Now, you know, if Diddy did all of this shit, which I believe he did, then the nigga needs to be in jail. But still, just when I'm looking at it from the outside looking in, like, nigga, you could have got away with this shit. You could have, man, you should have been gone. Nigga, what are you waiting for? What up, Shakara? I'm just saying, like, think about it. All this shit that's been happening after I gave Cassie 30 M's. Oh, I'm done. I'm out of here. There's no reason for me to stick around. I might fuck around and move to Iran or something. I'll be in fucking the middle of Iraq, rich as a motherfucker. I'm gone. I'm not sitting around here. Oh, well. Oh, well. Let me see something. Let's see. Diddy sells off Revolt. Diddy steps aside. Let's see what Complex has to say about it. He was trying to get quick cash and get the hell out the country. Man, So the thing is, if y'all didn't know yesterday, the $40 million house in LA, so that's up under Combs Enterprise and is under his daughter's name. What he could have did was left the country, removed Combs Enterprise off of the house, and just had it in his daughter's name. They can't touch the daughter. She ain't got nothing to do with this. The house is in her name. But since he had Combs Enterprise on there, look, you should have removed Combs Enterprise off the name, kept it in your daughter's name. Go wherever the hell you gonna go and have someone sell the house. And now your daughter got the 40 M's, or it's gonna probably sell for like 25. I mean, you probably get like a good 35. You might even better get the whole 40 for it. But yeah, man, you gotta move smart. This nigga Diddy over here moving around. Well, let me just say something. Just because this nigga's a billionaire doesn't mean the nigga's smart. Let's just get that out there in the air. Just because these niggas are rich don't mean they smart. We know how Diddy built his money. Off the back of all them artists. Keeping all their funds. So it's not like, I mean, the nigga, he's been a crook since the beginning. And we seen when it came to Ciroc, all that lying to us, talking about he owned that shit, never owned it. They said he made over $1 billion off of that, but didn't invest anything, and then was using the marketing budget to pay his own employees. That's why when that lawsuit came down, he went to court and said, you know what? Fuck it. We're not going to go through with it. He ended up backing down because the nigga was wrong. So it's been in our face this whole time. It's just been all the flash, big city and bright lights, but not for me, though. Not for me. So just he's really not smart. I'm just gonna be honest with you. This is what I think of Diddy. He's a 50-some-year-old dumb nigga that got lucky in life. It's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. I mean, think about it. Like, what has Diddy done? Someone name us something that Diddy has actually done that we're like, man, thanks, Diddy. He didn't make no beats. He didn't write no lyrics. He didn't sing nothing. I mean, the nigga was a marketer. Like, he could market some shit. But what has Diddy, like, when we really look at Diddy's career, what is this, like, not knocking everything he did with Bad Boy, but I'm saying, what has Diddy done that we like, damn, man, shit wouldn't be the same without Diddy? Does Puff take his from the 80s? Yeah. Yeah, like, okay, yeah, you heard some songs, but even 50 said that. That's why I fuck with 50. 50 said, yeah, you used to be able to hear that shit. Nigga, we don't. Dennis said, I remember him and Howard. He used to run scams all the time. You know, all those people that got trampled at one of those parties, that was Diddy's party. You know, the lady, when Sean did the shooting, they say Diddy was the one that did the shooting, and she said that Diddy shot her in the face. It's a lot of shit going on, and this nigga ain't nothing but a criminal. Well, he was a smooth criminal. This nigga ain't so smooth right now. They got this nigga walking outside in Kanye clothes. You see, like, when you really think about what has Diddy done that we like, man, you know what? Thanks, Diddy. You really changed life. Like, think about this. I know. We on some free time now, but think about this. You know Diddy's whole complaint with Diageo and the liquor was they were only putting Ciroc in urban marketplaces. They were only selling it in our neighborhoods, in our clubs. That was his complaint, that they weren't marketing it like everywhere else. Well, you can't have it both ways, Diddy. You were only promoting to the niggas. You were only bringing the bottles around us, telling us, we got to drink this, you got to drink this. Why would they put your Ciroc in the white neighborhoods when all you do is promote nigga shit with the Ciroc? Nigga, make that make sense. That ain't the brand that they want over there, Diddy. So when you look at Diddy, it's really just a dumb nigga that had money. Think about it. All we seen was Ciroc in what? Rap videos. So you think they about to start serving Ciroc at the president's inauguration? No, nigga. That Ciroc is about to be in a goddamn Meek Mill video, a freak off video or some shit. Like, come on, man. This shit's been there the whole time. But the whole thing is, the way my thought process is, whenever I say stuff, people always think I'm either trolling, joking around, or I'm hating. But I'm always like, dog, it's some nigga shit. Yeah, I used to drink Ciroc, yeah, but that was the thing at the time. When I listened to music, when I watched the videos, they had Ciroc. That's what we were drinking at the time. We were drinking Goose before that. But guess what? Grey Goose could still be in the white neighborhoods. Grey Goose, when they do their commercials, or is Grey Goose them at the club? No, Grey Goose would be like niggas in suits and shit. Grey Goose would be niggas at the beach chilling. So it's like, come on, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just wow. Diddy party. But you see what I'm saying? It's like shit like that. Like, dog, you can't get mad at them for promoting your stuff in the urban market when all we do is see Ciroc on the back of a girl's ass in a bikini on top of a car, nigga. That's all we knew Ciroc for, man. Ciroc was the party time. DJ Khaled. Like, come on, nigga. All we do is win. Like, that nigga, that's all we know is listen to some rap music, drink Ciroc, nigga. Don't you know you were killing your own people? And then, not only that, you wanted to use the black market, gather you $1 billion off of the black people, and then you were going to turn your back on the black people to try to get your shit put into the white market and leave us out there high and dry, Diddy. You see how that works? But no one's ever called this nigga out. No one's ever called him out. You see that? Made $1 billion off of Ciroc, off the back of us black folk. But then once he made $1 billion, his ass got greedy and said, no, I want more money. He was going to leave the black community and he was going to switch over brands and go over and try to get into the white market and do what? Leave the niggas. Diddy ain't nothing but a con artist that got rich. That's it. And every con has its day. And we're watching it right now in front of us. It's unfortunate, but man, this is what happens. This shit happens all the day. I mean, all the time. We got that goofy ass lawyer that just got jammed up, walking around in all that Gucci and bullshit because the nigga was stealing from the congregation. Every scam has its day. It's going to eventually crumble on you. You can't live like this too much longer, bro. It's some wild shit, but this is like really what's going on. And for us regular 9-to-5ers, you know, like us regular folk, we just like, man, this is some stupid shit. Now, we were young, dumb, and influenced to do some stupid shit, but now, like, as we get older, I just sit back and look at stuff, and I'm like, man, what the fuck is Diddy talking about, man? It's racist how they do it. No, nigga. For the last 10, 15 years, we knew Ciroc in the club with us niggas. All right, so we're going to take it back a little bit. We're going to take it back just a little bit. Because this was also what they said was Diddy's fault. David said Diddy is Thanos. He killed Pac, Black Panther, Iron Man. Pac is Black Panther and Iron Man is big. He changed the elevation of music. We lost two of the greatest artists of all. Yeah, I mean, he did. Like, I'm not knocking what Bad Boy did, but I'm saying, what did Diddy do that changed our lives? Like, if we didn't have Pac and Big, your life would still be just as good. When Pac and Big passed, your life continued on. Like, there was nothing that stopped. Like, damn, man. I mean, I was a kid, so I mean, I don't know, man. We'll see. But all right, here we go. Remembering Diddy's deadly stampede 30 years before Travis Scott's Astroworld. Now, remember Travis Scott had that event. Well, Diddy used to throw parties and he didn't have adequate security. He didn't have nothing. They just threw a party and it was some wild shit that went down. And they actually sued Diddy for this. In 91, a stampede occurred at a charity event promoted by Diddy, resulting into 9 deaths. Two survivors tell the Daily Beast what went wrong there and at Astroworld. There's Travis Scott. But nearly 30 years ago, a similar tragedy occurred at a Harlem basement gymnasium where a dangerous stampede broke out when an oversized crowd tried to get a glimpse of celebrities at a basketball charity event that was organized by a then small-time promoter going by the name of Puff Daddy, better known today as Diddy or Sean Combs. I think someone accidentally banned me from your regular channel. I keep getting a notification that I can't comment. Are you subscribed to it? I'll go check. But yeah, make sure you subscribed, and I'll check right now while I'm reading this. Settings, channel, permissions, community. Nah, you probably gotta so on my main channel, you gotta subscribe, and then after a minute, it should let you comment. You might have to like log out and log back in, but no, you're not blocked. I only got like spam pages that are blocked. But yeah, that's why I keep it on subscriber mode only. So, but yeah, you should be good. All right, where was it? Okay, here we go. Puff Daddy, better known as Diddy. By the end of December 28th, 91, 9 people were dead and at least 29 others were injured after a impatient crowd tried to push their way into the city college gym to catch a game, which members of Boyz II Men, Run DMC, Jodeci, Heavy D, R.I.P., Big Daddy Kane were playing in. 30 years on, Charmaine Jones, now 50, says she still feels deeply affected by what transpired that night, saying she can count on one hand how many large-scale events she's attended since. Jaguar, why you said Diddy is just done? Let me know if that works, Sakar. If not, unsubscribe, and then you just got to subscribe for a minute, and then you should be able to comment. Let me see, because I want to see. This isn't really talking about it. This is more of a. All right, here we go. I'm okay. People lost their lives, but I'm definitely something I had nightmares for weeks because the screaming people were looking for their friends. It was a horror show. Jones had turned up to the city college campus in Harlem to watch the game at the gym, which had a capacity of 2,700. However, at least 5,000 people had shown up trying to nab one of the 1,200 seats. Well, 1,200 tickets that were being sold at the door for $20. So let's see. $1,200 seats, $24,000. But they said 5,000 people were there. So you know what they were trying to do. You know what they were trying to do. You know what they were trying to do. Someone explain to me what they were trying to do and why this place got overcrowded. There were 1,200 tickets for $20, but they said 5,000 people showed up. What were they trying to do? Why did this stampede occur? Exactly, Nicole. That money. They seen all these people showing up and they were like, shit, well, go ahead. It can hold 2,700, 1,200 people. That's how this shit happened. Now let's continue on with the story. However, at least 5,000 people had shown up trying to nab one of the 1,200 tickets that were being sold at the door for $20, according to a New York Times report. We'll bring that on up too. There had been 2 lines set up, one for attendees who had purchased tickets in advance and another for those who were buying tickets at the door. The 2 lines snaked their way into the building, leading to the building's lobby, down a set of stairs to the gymnasium in the basement, which was separated from the landing by 4 metal doors. However, only one door remained open for organizers to collect tickets and frisk attendees. The slow process was aggravating the crowd, with small fights erupting at the game's 6 p.m. tip-off time. As the game's tip-off time is 6, pause on the tip-off time, approached. With the bleachers, when the bleachers were nearly filled, the game still hadn't started by 7. Tensions reached a boiling point. AKA, you got a basketball game that these niggas can't even start on time. It's a celebrity basketball game. We're supposed to start at 6. It's already 7 o'clock. 5,000 people showed up for 1,200 seats. They had pre-sale tickets, and then you had tickets that they couldn't buy. So easily, common sense is telling us, hey, we got 1,200 tickets. How many have we already sold? We got 1,200 tickets. We sold 600 pre-sale tickets. Okay, we let those 600 people in. Now we know we got 600 tickets. We looking at the line. Hey, y'all can't be in line. This part of the group, y'all got to go outside and wait till we get them in. If we have more seats, then we'll let more people in. But no, they seen 5,000 people. They had the music playing. The music was bumping. Now, remember, this is a celebrity event, boys and men. Although we go to the end of. They weren't singing that song at that point. They were still boys. They hadn't became men yet. Heavy D was in there, so you know it was packed. They had the music on, Diddy in there dancing, Diddy seeing all the people in line. So Diddy ain't paying no attention because I'm sure somebody alerted them, hey, there's too many niggas in here. I'm sure the fire marshal has said, hey, boom, it's too many people in here, but they wilding out. Diddy in there dancing, baggy clothes, big ass glasses on, thinking he's fucking cool. But in reality, he's just another dumb nigga that just happened to get rich. But let's continue on with the story. It still hadn't started by 7 p.m. These aren't real athletes, y'all. This is me. Let's say they got a YouTube Power All-Star game. I might be able to, I might be able to show up. I might put up Brandon Paul numbers, you know what I'm saying? 2 minutes, 3 points, some shit like that. But there's no reason a celebrity game should take this long to start. These niggas ain't real athletes. When organizers decided to close the doors to the building's entrance, pandemonium erupted. That's because they waited an hour before they even started. As those outside rushed to get in, creating a disastrous ripple effect as a sea of people shoved their way inside, pushing those in front of them through glass windows, toppling people down the stairwell, causing those at the bottom of the stairs to collapse or surge towards the gym doors. What up, Brillo? Right now, we just talking about all the mistakes. I didn't know they got pushed through glass. So it says pushing those in front of them through glass windows, toppling people down the stairwell and causing those at the bottom of the stairs to collapse or surge towards the gym doors. DJ Red Alert, DJ Funk Master Flex. $10 before 1 a.m., $15. Oh, this is the after party. Tonight, Saturday, December 28th, the official after party with DJ Red Alert, DJ Funk Master Flex, live performances from Cypress Hill, Kid Capri, glasses on the gym floor, the CCNY rap benefit, which Sean Puffy Combs had promoted, and where hundreds of rap fans stampeded after being shut out of a celebrity basketball game. Jones said she ended up being pushed through a glass window pane as people piled on top of her, and she couldn't breathe. How we survived is myself and 2 of my friends, we got into a bathroom stall, Jones explains. There were literally people that were laying on the ground, and the 3 of us got into a bathroom stall, and we hid in the bathroom until everything died down. Before leaving the event, Jones says she stuck a tangerine in her pocket of her leather jacket, meaning to eat it beforehand, but never got a chance. When they finally got out of there, I reached into my pocket and there was nothing left but the skin of the tangerine, she recalls. It stained my lovely jacket, and I kept that jacket for years as a reminder. So they had her against the glass, and she had a damn tangerine in there, and they pushed her so far against the glass and so hard. This ain't no pause moment. This is some serious shit. The tangerine tore up her jacket. And then they went and hid into the bathroom. Damn, that's some wild stuff. You know, this is on Diddy. This is his party. This nigga's a... All right, let's continue on. Because I didn't know it was like this. I thought it was a stampede leaving. I always heard about it, but I never actually read what went down. Meanwhile, down at the bottom of the stairs, the ticket collector at the gym store at the gym door saw the chaos beginning to break out, and people tried to fight their way inside. They proceeded to get up, go inside the gym. At the bottom of the stairs, the ticket collector at the gym door saw the chaos beginning to break out as people tried to fight their way inside. They proceeded to get up, collect the tickets, go inside the gym, and shut the door, which could only be opened outwards. So everyone's coming down the stairs. The door can only go out this way to where the crowd is. But remember, old girl said they were getting pushed down the stairs, and there was only one door that was open that they were going through. Remember, they closed all the doors. There was one door open, and then the people selling the tickets closed the door, so you couldn't open the door and go into the gym because you were getting pushed on. Oh my goodness. It still isn't working. Nah, you're not blocked though. I'm looking at the block list right now. The only thing is only 4 people that are blocked on here, and it's just 4 spam pages. Let me see something. If I can find your name, maybe I can. Let me go on my yeah, because I don't even see your name on here. Participants. Yeah, you're on my other one, but I definitely don't even see your name. Uh hit me, write me on Instagram, and then we'll figure it out. I'll do like a test live, and I'll just invite you later on tonight, and we'll see if I can get you in there. And because I don't have you on here. Like, it's not showing that you're blocked on my side. Thank you, Havana. You've been timed out by a moderator. Um, no, I'm not. Yeah, I don't even see you in the comments on this channel, so I don't know what the hell that is. But yeah, write me on Instagram. We'll get you on there. All right, so they closed the doors, so you couldn't get in the gym, and they getting pushed up against the door. The crowd at the bottom of the stairs had nowhere to go and were slammed up against the doors by unaware people at the top of the stairs who continued to press forward. Injured people were torn, it was stern about at the bottom of the stairwell, being trampled upon, fainting or both. It took an agonizing 15 minutes before anyone realized what was going on, according to Washington Post. In fact, the game was still in full. What? So they were playing, they closed the door, and the basketball game was still going on the inside, and they were out there for 15 minutes. In fact, the game was still in full swing when the doors to the gym finally opened. Those inside said people had been pressed up against the walls, packed like sardines. An announcement came over the intercom that 3 people had died and the game was now canceled, instructing people to leave the area, triggering another stampede as people rushed to leave the gym. People started running. Attendee Daryl Frederick told the Times people were pushing down other people. People on the bottom were getting trampled. People jumped off the bleachers and crushed them. Lynette Delane, then 18, also attended the fatal event, telling the Times in 1991, a girl was sitting up on my chest. She wasn't even conscious. I just thank God I'm still alive. No one even cared. They wouldn't stop pushing. Today, Delane feels lucky to have escaped from the building, telling the Daily Beast that she has managed to press forward. I just think I'm very resilient, a very resilient person, she says, and I was grateful to have survived that situation. That's some wild shit right there. All right, so common thread link to two events. Each was oversold at capacity when surged forward. Blah blah blah. We know that. Uh, She points to Combs, who at the time was a relatively unknown rap promoter, is now influential Grammy Award winning producer, Network 800. It does not take an Einstein to know that young people attending rap concert camouflage as celebrity basketball game, who had paid as much as 20 a ticket, would not be very happy and easy to control if they were unable to gain admission to the event because it was oversold. New York State Judge Louis Benza wrote in the 99 decision that ruled Combs was partly responsible and could be held liable to damage in a civil suit. Combs addressed it in Harlem, saying in 98, the city college is something I deal with every day of my life, but things I deal with, I can no way measure up with the pain of the families to deal with. I just pray for the families. For Scott to make things right beyond giving ticket refunds, paying for funeral expenses. Well, that was for Travis Scott. So of course they want you to pay for that. So it was oversold. Let's see what Rolling Stone got to say. Let's see what Rolling Stone got to say, and then that'll pretty much be it for the night. Make sure you hit that like button for me. Hit that subscribe button. I'm Mo.J. We will be following this Diddy case. If there's any updates, we'll probably do a live tomorrow also. But yeah, we're definitely gonna follow this because this is some wild stuff, and it's crazy. Well, let me see something. I'm kicking the door now, so we up. Unruly crowd undoes party featuring Diddy. I'll fix it next time. Unruly crowd undoes party featuring Diddy. This is 2010. When did Diddy? Combs, who signed to promote a deal with Ciroc in 2007. So this happened in 2010. Rowdy crowds waiting in line for a pool party featuring Diddy forced the event to shut down before the rap fashion mogul had a chance to enter. Police shut it down Monday, forcing 1,800 guests in Atlantic City at the Harris Resort nightclub, known as the Pool. On Twitter feed, Diddy wrote, "I just shut the Atlantic City down. The party was so crazy I couldn't even get in." Let's just break this down line by line. Police shut down the party early Monday, forcing some 1,800 guests out of the resort. Diddy said on Twitter, "I just shut down Atlantic City. The party was so crazy I couldn't get in. 10,000 people showed up. I was ready to party." 10,000, nigga. They told us 1,800. Where'd you get the other 8,200 from? Casino staff said that the actual crowd was not nearly that large, but they decided to cancel the event in the name of safety. Because of the large response on the 4th, we made a proactive decision to postpone the originally scheduled nightlife activities, said Jay Snowden, the casino senior vice president and general manager, in a statement. The trouble began around 12:30 a.m. when an estimated 500 people in line tried to force their way in, authorities said. All casino bars were closed early because of the brouhaha. One man was arrested and charged. All right, now let me see something. The pool. Here we go. We're gonna track it down. Yeah, come on, man. Just let us get one article. That's all we ask. We just get one article, and then we're gonna get off of here. That's it. We just want one article, and we're gonna get out of here. All right, let's see what Billboard got. Maybe Billboard got the same amount of information. Authorities say a party in Jersey Shore featuring Diddy and Busta Rhymes was scrapped because of unruly crowd. This is 2010. So it's the same article. Have I looked into Kirk Burroughs' story? I heard of him, but I ain't really like looked into it. Matter of fact, let me see something real quick. Live stream. YouTube. Sakara, I'm gonna try to get you real quick, and I'm gonna switch accounts. If you haven't subscribed to the Mo You Know, subscribe to the Mo You Know. It's pinned in the chat. Support the channel, Cash App, MOEDOTJ is pinned in the chat also. I appreciate you guys. We got 2 hours in. We would definitely be following this. Shakara, stay in here. I'm gonna try to I'm gonna get on my other channel, and I'm gonna see if I can get you onto my channel. Let me see. Oh boy, let me see. Content. Yeah, we got some free time now. You know what I'm saying? Whatever y'all got on y'all mind. Let me look into this Kirk. Who is wrong person. Kirk Street. We don't want Kirk Street. Puffy forced me to sign over 25% of ownership. Oh, interesting. I'd have to look at this because I don't like playing like a lot of people's YouTube stuff. Oh shit, we had the document. I'm gonna play this real quick before we get off of here because this is what we know. This is more information that we don't have. Like I said, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. This is from Law and Crime. I forgot to play this.
Sean Combs, the music mogul, recently inundated with a wave of sexual assault and sex trafficking allegations and lawsuits, is now the focus of federal law enforcement after it comes out multiple properties associated with the rapper have been raided by federal agents. Former FBI and CIA agent Tracy Walder breaks down what these raids could mean for the rapper and music executive. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Jesse Weber. He is a man of many names. Puffy, P. Diddy. His legal name, Sean Combs. You know who I'm talking about. The rapper, producer, entertainment icon, reported billionaire. He has been in the spotlight a lot over the last few months, and I will tell you, not in a good way. And now he is in the news in a shocking development. Federal agents have raided homes, properties associated with the rapper in Miami and Los Angeles. This is reportedly pursuant to search warrants from the Southern District of New York. A Homeland Security Investigations spokesperson told ABC News on Monday, quote, earlier today, Homeland Security Investigations New York executed law enforcement actions as part of an ongoing investigation with assistance from HSI Los Angeles, that's Homeland Security, HSI Miami, and our local law enforcement partners. According to NBC News, a source indicated that federal authorities have interviewed 3 women and 1 man in New York in connection to allegations of human trafficking, sexual assault, and the solicitation and distribution of illegal narcotics and firearms, and that interviews with other individuals are also planned. Now, to be very clear, we don't know whether Combs is the target of this trafficking investigation, what his connection is in any way. And we also can't confirm to you at the time of this recording if Diddy has been detained or arrested, if he's even in the country. There are videos that have circulated online about him being at the Miami airport while this was going on. Reporting also indicates his jet may have left the country. Some reporting indicating the jet is possibly in the Caribbean. We just don't know. And I will tell you, at the time of this recording, no criminal charges have been filed in connection with this investigation, as far as we know. What we do know, or what I should say, our sidebar viewers and listeners will know, is that this development may not be that much of a surprise. Why do I say that? Because we dedicated several shows to the recent lawsuits against Diddy, his family, associates, companies for allegations of sex trafficking, sexual abuse, harassment, allegations of firearm possession, a shooting, drugs. Now, to be clear, while we talk about these lawsuits today, we do not know if they are in any way connected to this investigation, but we do clearly have a lot to get into. So, with that, without further ado, let me bring in right now Tracy Walder, former CIA and FBI agent, national security contributor for News Nation, author of The Unexpected Spy, was with me last night as I was hosting Dan Abrams Live talking about this. Tracy, good morning. Good to see you again.
Good morning, Jesse. Thank you for having me.
All right, your overall thoughts on this raid. What a development this is.
You know, it is quite a development, but just like you mentioned before, I'm not necessarily surprised that it happened because there has been so much in regards to civil cases. Now, I realize that those civil cases are going to have no bearing on the raids that occurred. I understand that, but at the same time, in my opinion, where there's smoke, there's fire, and a lot of these civil cases probably have criminal merit at some point. And so I am not necessarily surprised that this happened, but what will surprise me, and I think might surprise some people, is the sheer volume and connection of any kind of sex trafficking ring that he allegedly may have been running. I think that is what is going to come probably as the most surprising to folks, how in-depth something like this was, how long something like this may have gone on for, and how many people were involved. Typically, HSI really looks at sex trafficking in regards to minors. And so that's another layer to this as well that I think is probably the surprising component.
And I mean, last night, a lot of people were making comparisons. Oh, he's the Jeffrey Epstein of the hip hop world. Now, again, he hasn't been charged. And even if he is charged, he'll be innocent until proven guilty. Having said that, I'm reading through these lawsuits, and I remember one of his associates was compared to being the Ghislaine Maxwell of this situation. So there are these kinds of connections that people are making. We'll get into it a little bit more. But going back to the raid, why do you think it happened when it happened, right? It's not just because it was a sunny day in Los Angeles and Miami. The timing of this, I have to feel, is very strategic.
Look, you're absolutely right. Yes, it was actually a beautiful day on both coasts, quite frankly, to conduct this raid. I've participated in several raids during my time with the FBI, and that's actually not uncommon, particularly in federal type of crimes, which is what we're looking at here. Crimes that are going to cross state borders. The key in something like this, in a nonviolent crime, is to the preservation of evidence. That's what is so important here. And that is why I believe this was done at exactly the same time. It's actually not unusual. It's something that is done, and sometimes it's less about.
I thought they was going. I'm gonna speed this up a little bit because this is basically giving us everything from yesterday. Man, we the people. Man, who the hell? I know this ain't Diddy. Oh, this Little Rod. All right, let's hear what they got to say about Little Rod.
Coming out of his leg and hip area. Combs allegedly told his team to tell police that he had nothing to do with the shooting. And then Jones, in the lawsuit, provided screenshots of the bloodstained bathroom where he claims G was shot by either Combs or his son, and claims he still has the clothing for evidence. Now, again, I say all that to believe if they think that they're entering into a violent environment, right?
Let me go back a little bit. They absolutely would have every reason to believe that they are going into a violent environment. And, really, Diddy's history with violence and firearms goes back pretty far, even into the time when he was dating Jennifer Lopez.
Right.
There were, that had occurred as well. I believe it was at a nightclub. There was a shooting there as well.
All right, man. Yeah, I thought they was gonna give us some more up-to-date information. This is pretty. Oh yeah, here we go.
How he alleges that this past summer, July 2nd, 2023, out in California, claims that Combs had a party with underage girls and sex workers at his home, and his son and an unidentified R&B artist were there. Quote, he is a Grammy award-winning R&B singer who had trouble with law enforcement after assaulting a Bajan billionaire. Now, again, embedded in that lawsuit are screenshots of a video taken of this party where it allegedly shows Combs either kissing or dancing almost face to face with a purported underage girl. So many times in this latest lawsuit, his son is implicated in this alleged wrongdoing.
I believe, just like I do believe that charges for Diddy are forthcoming, I believe that charges for his sons most likely are as well. Now, given the raid and when it occurred, if they were in illegal possession of firearms based on California gun laws, then they could have probably taken them into custody right then and there for obvious reasons. I don't think that that's what they're going to do. I suspect that they were simply detained for the duration of the search and then they were let go. But again, I'm simply hypothesizing here. But I do think at this point, if his sons had been arrested and formally booked, we would know probably at this point based on public access to those documents, and we don't know that information. And so I just assume that for the safety of everyone there, they were physically detained.
So I mean, they've been putting this together for a while, because remember, they did the raid in Los Angeles and Miami. So you got to contact both of those judges. You got to contact both of the two judges, got to sign off for that. Even if it is a federal, you still got to have the judge, the federal judge, a magistrate. Is it a magistrate judge? The magistrate judge in whatever district that is, like Southern California and then Dade, I guess. I mean, I don't know what Miami is because it was on Star Island. But they had to be talking, and they probably did a briefing. It's kind of like what you see on TV. You'll see before they go do raids, they'll have that early morning briefing, and then boom, they go. But once you get the search warrant, I think it's what, a week, 10 days, 2 weeks, something for them to execute the warrant. So they've been piecing this together. And if you listen, there was actually, oh, we ain't even done with the damn story. Wait a minute. Cassie's cooperate with law. So yeah, Cassie is helping out. No, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Cassie got her money, and Cassie is helping out now. Because remember, you have an NDA, but you can't talk about what happened. But Cassie can give up information to the law. NDA doesn't protect you from crimes. Now, Cassie's lawyer, if we can get this thing to load up. Here we go. R&B singer Cassie's lawyer responds to federal agents raiding Diddy's home. So it's probably 1,000% for sure that the feds, after they seen this lawsuit, they went and talked to Cassie. Now, yesterday it started coming out that Diddy had an underwater tunnel to a grotto. Like, Cassie, she knows where all the skeletons are. So she probably told the feds, yeah, he kept pictures here. Because remember, in her lawsuit, she said that she had a video on her phone that she deleted, but Diddy had it on his phone. So all you need is like one piece of evidence, and then they start tying it together. But they've been piecing this together for a while. They've probably been looking at him for a minute, but then once Cassie came out with that information, it was like, okay, now we can really start to act on it. Because listen to this is what they said in their statement. Cassie Ventura is speaking out following the news that ex-Diddy Combs' Los Angeles, Miami homes were raided by federal agents on Monday. Lawyer Douglas Wingdor, who represents Ventura and the Jane Doe who filed a complaint against Combs in December, issued a statement to Good Morning America in wake of the raids. This is what the lawyer said. We will always support law enforcement when it seeks to prosecute those that have violated the law, the statement read. Hopefully, this is the beginning of a process that will hold Mr. Combs responsible for his depraved conduct. It's unclear if the raid and the December Jane Doe complaint are connected. Well, let me tell y'all, they're connected. They're connected. The lawyer wouldn't issue a statement saying, anything to hold him responsible. They got the bag and they said, oh, we ain't stopping here. Now we about to get your ass jammed up. So now there's no way that Diddy can continue to harass her, because in Little Rod's lawsuit, They said, well, he said, or his lawyer said, that Diddy and them were harassing his like 9-year-old daughter or something of that nature. He would bring that up too. So yeah, they definitely looked over this lawsuit. They seen what was going on, and now they piecing this thing together. But remember, in order to execute both of these search warrants and these raids at the same time, they had to be very orchestrated. Now, the feds are a little bit different. Now, this is Homeland Security, so they do more like trafficking than like the FBI and stuff does. But I mean, the FBI participates, but Homeland Security is probably going to take over this. They also, with a case with someone like Diddy, they're not going to tell local law enforcement. You know, you never hear them talking to like the local PD. Even when we see them on TV, they are, man, the feds are here. Yeah, they not telling the local PD because Diddy, a billionaire, there's already allegations that he was covering up a shooting, which they mentioned with Little Rod saying he had pictures of the bathroom being bloody. So they're not going to tell local law enforcement, one, because the feds don't want everyone having that information because they could tip Diddy off. So everything, hey, it's just been lining up one thing after another, one thing after another. And I didn't know this part. So as far as the feds stepping in with the trafficking, the reason the feds are coming in is because the federal law, regardless to what your state law is on the age of consent, the federal law is, I think, 18 or 17 years old. I think it's 18 years old. I think that's what I heard. Yeah. So anything under the age of 18 going across state lines is a federal offense. So just because your state say the age of consent is 16, 17, if you go across state lines, that becomes a federal offense. So the state may not do anything about it because, okay, that's legal. But once you cross that imaginary line, then it becomes a federal crime. So that's why the feds are in here. Because also, if we look back into this, the Jane Doe, after Cassie's lawsuit, this is what's really popping off now. Weeks later, on December 6th, a Canadian woman identified only as Jane Doe filed a complaint against Combs claiming she was trafficked in G-word in 2003 when she was 17 in the 11th grade. Now, this is the one that's saying she was in Detroit and they flew her to New York. Remember that imaginary line. It may be legal in Michigan at 17 because we found out about Terry, but when you cross those state lines, that's when it becomes federal. But they also allegedly gave her alcohol. The lawsuit names Combs and former Bad Boy Entertainment president Hart Pierre, an unnamed third defendant, and claims that Pierre and the third unnamed defendant approached her at a lounge in Detroit, flew her on a PJ to Combs' studio in New York City, where she alleges she was piled with drugs and alcohol in G-Yard by the three defendants. Now, she does have a picture of her sitting on Diddy's lap. So it's a lot of shit. And then there ain't no telling what Little Rod got. Now, everybody was making fun of Little Rod, saying that his pictures, they don't believe him. Diddy and them trying to say, oh no, them girls is of age. Little Rod has all this information, and for the CEO Ethiopia to say that she's gonna go ahead and flip on Diddy for fuel, hey, I want full immunity. Well, she don't get immunity from the law, but she gets out of this civil lawsuit. And remember, it said that she was taking money, she wasn't paying taxes, and she was facilitating these parties. So she was participating in that. So it looks like Little Rod has significant evidence that he's trying to present. It's just a lot of shit going on. Elder said TD Jakes snitching on Jay-Z for both charges on them. Like, so with everything that was going on, they said that the TD Jakes and Diddy connection was because he was trying to cover up his image. But then they said that TD Jakes was wilding out allegedly at the parties with Diddy. It's a whole bunch of bullshit. And then y'all wonder why I tell y'all and I get on here and say, I'm not donating to no church. I'm not giving. A pastor ain't supposed to be rich. A pastor is supposed to be a man of the people. A pastor ain't supposed to have no jet. There ain't nothing in the Bible to say the pastor's supposed to have a jet. That man is supposed to be teaching and giving us the word. The Lord give him the word, he give us the word. The Lord say we shall not worship money, meaning we shall not give the pastor more money. But that's just the way I interpret it. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on. That's why I say every single day is going to be more and more news that spews out. And I'm like, man, fuck it. We might as well follow up on it. Everybody said Diddy's so great, so let's see. Let's see what he did. Right now, he ain't looking no different than Donald Trump to me. All this shit was a facade. All this shit lying. They said it was 1,800 guests. He talking about it was 10,000 people. You told us that shit that happened with Cassie, it didn't go down, but you paid it the next day. Lil Rod told us that you had a guy that sells dope, well, that keeps dope and guns on him. Turns out he got caught with dope on him. So it looks like a lot of shit you've been telling us, Diddy, is lies, man. It's lies, man. BK said, I feel like I've seen that alleged drug mule with Diddy before. And then why? See, we need to find some more history on. I need somebody on TikTok to find this guy out. Man, he used to play for Syracuse. All right, let me see. What else did we have in that damn video? Because that brought up some good information.
During the duration of the search, which again, access to those documents, and we don't know that information. And so I just assume that for the safety of everyone there, they were physically detained during the duration of the search, which again is very normal procedure in something like this.
There obviously been a lot of reaction and a lot of response to that, including in the celebrity route. I mean, 50 Cent posted on Instagram about the raids. Now it's not Diddy do it, it's Diddy done. They don't come like that unless they got a case. Speaking of that, so if we think about the possibility of a sex trafficking investigation, sex trafficking related charges, if we go to December 2023, there was a woman who accused Combs and former Bad Boy Entertainment president Harvey Pierre and another person of sex trafficking and gang raping her when she was 17 years old. There was a Jane Doe who says that she was flown from Michigan to New York City, supplied with drugs and alcohol, and then assaulted by all three men at Combs's recording studios. Now, Combs, by the way, has always denied the allegations. And in fact, in response to one lawsuit, had posted, I believe it was on Instagram, enough is enough. The last couple of weeks, I've sat silently and watched people try to assassinate my character, destroy my reputation and my legacy. Sickening allegations have been made against me by individuals looking for a quick payday. Let me be absolutely clear. I did not do, and he goes on to say, did not do this. Now, again, that was in relation to a lot of these lawsuits being filed. But when we're talking about sex trafficking, Tracy, and we're talking about the Southern District of New York possibly initiating this search warrant, where does your mind go in terms of what we might be looking at in terms of hot potential charges, potential allegations, and how it's connected to New York?
So I absolutely believe, and again, simply my hypothesis, he is innocent until proven guilty, that he will be arrested and indicted on sex trafficking charges. I have no doubt about that. And I do believe that he was most likely the kingpin of this. These girls, what that tells me, if it's out of the Southern District of New York, is this is spanning multiple states, and that he is trafficking or allegedly trafficking girls across multiple states, across the United States. This isn't just an isolated incident in one location. And so I have heard things as well about his Hamptons parties and things happening in those Hamptons parties as well.
What's she hear about the party?
More evidence may come out as a result of that. A hard time believing that a country would allow his plane to land with him on it in their country. They don't have to let him land if they don't want to. And so I think that it would be very difficult for him to be able to land in an inhospitable country simply because they don't want him. We do have extradition treaties with more countries than I think people would think. And typically they will send folks back to us as long as we take the death penalty off of the table. And I don't believe that this is a death penalty case. It's Southern District of New York. And so I believe that whether we have an extradition treaty or not, with whatever country he may or may not go to, they will send him back.
And talk to me about what you think they have in terms of a case, because, right, you say they want to preserve the evidence for a potential prosecution against either him or someone else. There's a criminal case building. But they had to have probable cause for the search warrant to be issued. And I wonder, I mentioned some of the interviews. They wouldn't have had enough to try to arrest him first and then do the raid, or they need the raid first to see what's at the property before they can build a case and build charges and then arrest him. Talk to me about the timeline of how this typically works in terms of if we're seeing a raid on several properties. Does that in conjunction with an arrest? Does that come before an arrest? Does that, how does it typically work?
Typically, Jesse, it's in conjunction with an arrest. But I started thinking about this a little bit more last night, and I was thinking that if he has videos or his associates have videos, and they are attempting to distribute those of young male children or female children, that means that a child is in imminent danger. And so part of me wonders if this was done to stop that, and that they will get to the arrest obviously at some point.
Yeah, man, they ain't really talking about too much right there, but man, I got work tomorrow. What is it, 11:30? All right, we did pretty good. We had like 130, 140 people in here. Y'all want to do more breakdowns like this and we just follow the rabbit hole? Should we do more breakdowns? Because I'm trying to figure out if I'm gonna do them on Tuesday or if I'm gonna do them on Wednesdays. But if something does pop up, then we'll definitely jump on here. Like this information, because we got the Revolt, we got the CEO, the CEO flipping, we got the drug mule, so we got a lot of information today. We'll probably continue to do this, break it on down. All right, bet. All right, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you can, the mo is pinned in the chat. Subscribe to my other channel. Support the channel. Cash App pinned in the chat. MOEDOTJ. Tomorrow night we're gonna probably do Shogun unless there's some urgent information we need to get on here and talk about. We will be following this as it unfolds, and we're gonna see where that goes. What up, Miss Zoe? We about to get on out of here. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, roll to 50,000 subscribers. Remember, if you don't take anything from my channel, you can run, but you can't hide. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Y'all make this fun, and you guys give me information I didn't know anything about. So, hey, see y'all tomorrow.